What if clutter isn't a personality problem but an infrastructure problem? Japan built 13 systems that treat every object in your home as something you deploy when you need it and put away when you don't, the same way you'd use a tool. Your bed doesn't have to exist during the day. Your car doesn't need to eat up your floor space. Your kitchen doesn't need to be wide to work well. We're going to walk through exactly how each of those systems works. Number 1. K-cars built for narrow streets and limited parking. A K-car isn't a shrunken regular car. Japan built an entirely separate vehicle category from scratch, and the starting point wasn't the engine or the price point, it was the width of the street. The legal size limit sits at roughly 3.4 meters long and 1.48 meters wide, and engineers had to fit 4 seats, a trunk, and a working engine inside that box. A K-car fits through gaps that stop a standard sedan cold, and it parks in spaces that simply don't exist for anything larger. Number 2. Vertical parking towers that stack vehicles upward. A vertical parking tower works like an automated warehouse for cars. You drive up to a ground-level entry bay, leave your car on a pallet, and a robotic lift system moves it horizontally and vertically through a steel structure until it finds an open slot. A surface lot uses that same footprint for maybe 10 cars. A tower fits over 100, and because the machine handles all the movement, there are no interior driving lanes, no ramps, no pedestrian walkways, which is actually where most of the wasted space in a traditional garage lives. Number 3. Capsule hotels that maximize sleeping space. The first time most people see a capsule hotel, they think it looks like a storage unit for humans. That reaction is pretty close to the design intent, just with better lighting and a reading shelf. Each pod is roughly 2 meters long, 1 meter wide, and 1 meter tall. It has its own light, ventilation, a small screen, and either a curtain or a hard door. Showers, toilets, lockers, all of that lives outside the pod in shared areas, which is exactly how the hotel fits so many guests into one building without anyone feeling like they're sleeping in a hallway. Number 4. Unit bathrooms that combine multiple functions in one compact room. In most Western bathrooms, everything gets built on site. Tiles laid by hand, fixtures plumbed in one at a time, walls built around all of it. Japan turned the entire room into a single prefabricated unit called a unit bath, a molded shell that arrives at the construction site already complete and drops into the building in hours. The tub is deep rather than long, so you sit in it instead of lying flat, which cuts the floor length nearly in half. The floor has a continuous drain channel, so the whole room functions as a wet room with no separate waterproofing needed and no grout lines to eventually crack or mold. Number 5. Sliding shoji and fusuma doors that eliminate swing door space. A standard hinge door needs roughly 0.7 square meters of clear floor space just to swing open. In a small room, that's the difference between fitting a desk and not fitting one. Shoji and fusuma panels slide along tracks in the floor and ceiling, so they don't project into the room at all. Fusuma are solid opaque panels that separate interior rooms from each other, and shoji are translucent rice paper screens that let diffused light through while still dividing spaces. Pull either one out of its tracks completely, and 2 rooms become one in about 30 seconds. Number 6. Futons that fold away during the day. In a Western bedroom, the bed is the room. It's the largest object in the space. It determines where everything else goes, and it sits there taking up floor space all day, even though you're only actually using it for maybe 7 hours. A traditional Japanese futon is a padded mat that goes directly on the floor at night, and in the morning you fold it, roll it, and slide it into a built-in closet called an oshier, which runs about 90 centimeters deep with a 2-tier shelf system, so the mattress sits on the bottom and the duvet and pillows stack above it. Number 7. Multi-purpose rooms that change function throughout the day. Most Western apartments give every room a permanent job. The bedroom is always the bedroom. The dining room is always the dining room. That label gets bolted on at the floor plan stage and never changes. Japanese apartments, especially the compact 1K and 1LDK layouts, don't work that way. One room handles sleeping, eating, working, and relaxing depending on what time of day it is, because the objects in it change, not the room itself. A low table folds flat and slides under a shelf. Cushions stack in a corner. The room resets in minutes. Number 8. Compact modular furniture with built-in storage. Most furniture has one job, and that job only. A bed holds you while you sleep. A standard platform bed takes up roughly 1.5 square meters of floor space and leaves a dead volume of air underneath it, doing nothing. Japanese compact furniture design treats that dead space as a problem worth solving. Platform beds have deep drawers built into the base. Loft apartment stairs have pull-out drawers in each step. Sofas open from the top. Every object that occupies floor space gets expected to justify that space by doing more than one thing. Number 9. Slim, high-efficiency kitchen appliances. The 60-centimeter width standard for kitchen appliances wasn't engineered around any minimum functional requirement. It just became the default, and nobody questioned it. Japanese manufacturers built a parallel category around 45 centimeters, and in some cases 30. A slim refrigerator in that range runs taller and narrower, with pull-out interior shelves, door pockets sized for specific bottle heights, and vegetable drawers with humidity control packed into a compartment about 20 centimeters wide. Slim washing machines drop to 55 centimeters wide and under 50 centimeters deep, which matters a lot when your laundry space is basically a corridor. Number 10. Coin lockers that provide temporary storage without large facilities. When you need extra storage at home, the usual options are buying more furniture, renting a bigger place, or paying for a storage unit month after month. Japan built a different option directly into public infrastructure. Coin lockers sit in train stations, shopping centers, and convenience stores, and they come in sizes ranging from a small bag up to a full suitcase. You pay for the hours you actually need, nothing more. Most systems now run on the same IC card you tap to board the train, and some use app-based QR codes. Number 11. Space-saving washing machine and dryer combinations. Two separate machines side by side means you need about 1.2 meters of floor width just for laundry. In a Japanese apartment where the laundry alcove might be 70 centimeters wide, that's simply not an option. Japanese combo units wash and dry in a single drum, so you load your clothes once and come back to them clean and dry. Most units don't vent hot air outside at all, using a heat pump or condensation system to keep the moisture cycle internal, which matters because most Japanese apartments don't have duct access anyway. Number 12. Narrow but highly organized convenience stores. A Japanese convenience store runs about 100 square meters of floor space, roughly the size of a large studio apartment, and stocks around 3,000 products inside it. The layout is engineered tightly. Products face forward in single units rather than stacked in depth, so shelves look full even when inventory runs low. Restocking happens multiple times a day on a tight delivery schedule, so the store doesn't need a back room. The supply chain is the storage. Number 13. Bento box compartment designs that maximize capacity in minimal space. A bento box is just a meal in a box, but the design of the box itself does something specific. It has a fixed total volume and a set of internal compartments, and each one holds a single category of food. Nothing overflows into another section. The box closes flat, fits in a bag, and when the meal's gone, it takes up exactly the same space it did before you packed it. You can't let one food take over space that belongs to another. The box defines the footprint before the meal gets assembled, and the meal has to fit within it. Most people don't organize a closet or pack a bag that way. The container just expands. Japan didn't build these systems because minimalism is a cultural aesthetic. It built them because the land is expensive, the streets are narrow, and the apartments are small. Those are hard constraints, and hard constraints produce real solutions. The solutions work whether or not you live in Japan.